5 things you missed in Southampton 0, Arsenal 2. Yes, that is right lads, Arsenal Football Club have got their first win in the return of the Premier League. Arsenal finally got the victory against Southampton at the St Mary's Stadium. In terms of the score, it was 2-0 Arsenal. In terms of the goal scorers, Eddie Nketiah scored alongside man like Willock, alongside a bit of help from Southampton goalkeeper Alex McCarthy. And so with Arsenal's first win since the return, that means Arsenal are finally back into the top half of the Premier League. This decline really is bad, but in terms of our hopes of somehow still making the Champions League, let's just get straight lads, it's probably not going to happen. But with strong performances from the likes of Emiliano Martinez and Rob Holding, and the return of Granit Xhaka, and with certain players being left on the bench and some even left out of the squad, let's just say, as always with Arsenal, there is still a lot to talk about. So with that being said guys, let's get into today's video and let's discuss Arsenal 2, Southampton 0, St Mary's Stadium. Lads, we have got our first win, so let's be talking. That is right lads, after 3 long months of waiting since our last victory against West Ham United, Arsenal Football Club finally have a league win and 3 points in the bag. And as slowly as those 3 months passed by, at least it wasn't 30 years. I'm joking Liverpool fans, congratulations on the Premier League, and I'm not gonna lie, I am very jealous right now. Extremely jealous right now. But what's on guys, my name is Matteo and welcome back to my channel. In today's video lads, we are back again to discuss the mighty Arsenal, because we are now winning games again as we beat Southampton 2-0 at the St Mary's Stadium, finally getting the 3 points and moving back into the top half. Yes, that is right, Arsenal Football Club are no longer, as it stands, in the bottom half of the Premier League. What on earth is actually going on with my club? I mean, there's a certain team at Liverpool celebrating a league title, and there's us celebrating being in the top half. The decline is a massive decline, bro. But with that being said guys, before we get into the video itself, make sure to go down there and smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and also let me know your thoughts in the comment. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on the game itself, on the players, who was the best, who was the worst, and yeah, whatever you learned and missed, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to follow all my social media, my Instagram, my Twitter, and also subscribe to my group channel, The Offsiders. Links are all in the description below. But with that being said guys, let's discuss. Because after 3 long months, I can finally say Arsenal Football Club have won a game of football. 3 points FC, we are back, let's be talking. Starting off with the first thing that you guys would have missed, and that is the fact that Matteo Guendouzi was not in the squad. I mean, where's the positivity gone, Bavs? Because that is right, in terms of the first thing that we shall be discussing is of course man like Matteo Guendouzi, who not only was not in the Arsenal starting lineup, he was not even in the Arsenal squad. Now obviously when the lineup itself came out, not a lot of fans made a lot about it, but after the game, after Mikel Arteta came out at his press conference, we learned a lot. Because when Mikel Arteta was questioned about Matteo Guendouzi, he replied simply with a simple squad management. And then to add on to that, he then said he was dealing with issues internally. So obviously Arteta's not referring to any injuries here, he's clearly said there's an issue here and he can deal with it internally, which is a bit mad, I can't lie. And so obviously in the past videos as well, what has happened is a lot of reports have come out from different articles saying that Arsenal might even look to cash in on Matteo Guendouzi, with some reports even claiming that he has started talks with Barcelona, Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. I mean, okay then. And so then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Matteo Guendouzi's Arsenal future is somehow in doubt. I mean, I don't personally understand. In terms of me and Matteo Guendouzi, I think he's a player for the long term, a player for me who actually cares about Arsenal. Now of course I'm not condoning by any means him fighting on the pitch, but what I'm saying is at least he shows some care, you know. But of course, unfortunately, I am not the Arsenal manager, and that is Mikel Arteta, so for him to leave Guendouzi out of the squad just says to me something might be happening there. Now by no means am I saying this is Matteo Guendouzi's career at Arsenal over. What I am saying is I would not be surprised, and I say that, if Arsenal were to somehow, for some reason, be a fraud and cash in on Matteo Guendouzi. But what would you guys do? Would you keep him? Would you sell him? Would you loan him? Because obviously something's going on. I don't know what it is, I don't know why, but something is happening. And of course that something isn't Neil Maupay scoring a penalty, because big man, he doesn't have the facilities for that. Moving on to the second thing lads, and that is Xhaka is becoming our most important midfielder. Yes, you heard that right. Man like Granit Xhaka Cracker was back in the team today, back in the start lineup, and he was back with a very solid performance. And in terms of Xhaka, of course, he went down injured against Man City in the opening 2 minutes, and since then Arsenal just haven't looked the same. And I'll tell you right now for a fact, we were missing Granit Xhaka, which is mad for me to say, because back a few months ago a lot of fans, including myself, were saying Xhaka, it's time to go. But obviously under Mikel Arteta, the man has looked like a completely different player, a player you can actually rely upon. And in terms of today's game lads, I learned a lot of why Xhaka is going to be a very important player, especially for our Arteta in the full 3-3 system. Because that is right, once again Arteta chose to go with a 3 in midfield with 1 sitting and 2 going forwards, and there was also parts of the game where he was dropping Dani Ceballos alongside Granit Xhaka, and Xhaka for me looked very good. What Xhaka offered us, different to Matteo Guendouzi, is a player who gets that ball deep from the centre backs and actually progresses the ball forwards. With Guendouzi, what he does sometimes, because he's so young and so naive, is he holds onto the ball and then either gets a foul, loses the ball, or something happens anyways. But in terms of Granit Xhaka today, what I saw was a player who had a plan with the ball. He gets the ball, he moves it forwards. He gets the ball, he moves it on. And personally speaking, in my personal opinion, I will go as far as saying, under Mikel Arteta, Xhaka may just be our most important midfielder at the club right now. And of course, with his partner being Dani Ceballos, who didn't have the best of games, let's just say, it does beg the question of how good would Granit Xhaka look like if he had a player like Thomas Partey next to him. And so yeah, Raul Soleil, I know you're watching, so go out there and take a leaf out of Eddie Nketiah's book, get your phone out and start calling to Athletic Madrid saying, yo Partey, we're coming for you, bro. Moving on to the first thing, lads, and that is Alexandre Lacazette's Arsenal career. And is it over? Because that is right, lads, once again, for the second time in 3 games, Alexandre Lacazette was once again left on the Arsenal bench. Now obviously, if this was just a new thing where it's only happened for a few games, I wouldn't make that much about it. But Lacazette being left on the bench is something that we were seeing even before the break of the coronavirus. If I am right in saying, I believe Eddie Nketiah started more games for Arsenal than Alexandre Lacazette, who was a failed loanee at Leeds United, over our £55 million French international striker. So for me, what the indications are is maybe his Arsenal career could be over, and come the summer, maybe Arteta might look to move him on. And looking into Lacazette's away record, I can maybe see why as well. Because we're talking about a guy, as I've said before, who has not scored a away goal since February 2019. And with Eddie Nketiah only coming back to Arsenal in January, he's already got more away goals than Alexandre Lacazette. £55 million striker, Leeds failed loanee. You lot do the maths, bro. And so yeah, in terms of my personal opinion, lads, I've already done a video about this before. I think come this summer, it is time to move on Alexandre Lacazette, because for me, he's still a player who holds decent value in the transfer market, and we're a team now that needs money. We don't have a lot of money, and we need some better players. Lacazette's had a good Arsenal career, but it's been nothing special. And so for me personally, Alexandre Lacazette, come this summer, I'm gonna say it to you right now and right here, it is time to go. Moving on to the fourth thing, lads, and that is Rob Holding, man of the match. Man like Rob Holding, I can finally once again call you Rob Holdini, because today you deserve to be called that. Because that is right, in terms of the Southampton game, Rob Holding was actually given the man of the match by BT Sports, and he has also earned a lot of praise from a lot of Arsenal fans. And now your boy's gonna jump on the train as well, because not only did Arsenal finally keep a clean sheet, Rob Holding had a very solid performance. We are talking about a guy who made 0 mistakes, who looked very composed on the ball, who was able to play out of the press, and overall, I'm gonna say it right now, looked like a Rob Holding of 2016-17, where he was of course man like Rob Holdini. Now of course, let's not be reactionary and go, okay, after this one game he has to sign a new Arsenal contract, but I've made it clear before many times, as much as I want to see Rob Holding go in the summer, he has until now to the end of the season to prove himself as an Arsenal player, because as I've already said before as well, Rob Holding has come back from a very hard injury. The ligament injury, the knee injury is a very hard injury to come back from, and so as much as I want to give him time, Rob, your time is toward the end of the season. So as John Cena would say, it's either your time is now or your time is up, bro. Moving on to the fifth and final thing, that is Emiliano Martinez slotting in perfectly. Man like Emiliano, you know. In terms of Martinez, it was always going to be hard to come into the Arsenal team, having come in for the place of an injured Bernd Leno, who by the way, with news coming out, is only actually going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks, lads. Let's have a party! But in terms of Martinez himself, lads, he had a very solid performance and goal. Not only are we talking about a guy who kept a clean sheet, we are talking about a guy who not only made very good saves that were clutch as well, but also looked very good on the ball as well. And that of course is a very key thing, because in terms of goalkeepers nowadays, a lot of them have the ability to make the saves and all that stuff, but what a lot of them don't have is the ball playing ability, and only the best goalkeepers have that ability in them. And in terms of Martinez in the past, I've always kind of questioned that ability of his. Does he have that ball playing ability? But in terms of today, lads, he looked very good on the ball, and it was even a part of the game where he literally launched the ball from his own goal, smashed it to Aubameyang in behind, and if Aubameyang had finished it, he would have had an assist. And obviously in terms of the goalkeeping itself, he saved us when he needed to. And so with Leno also being out for 4 to 6 weeks, I think right now we're going to survive and do just alright with Martinez in goal. Let's have a round of applause for Emiliano Martinez, because yo bro, you were very solid. And I think we can now add you to the list of the goalkeepers better than David De Gea in 2020. 3 points FC, clean sheet FC, back again FC, we move, let's go. But with that being said, guys, I shall end the video there. Of course, if you have enjoyed the video, make sure to go out there and smash a like on it, and subscribe channel if you are new as well. Also, let me know your thoughts in the comments below on the game itself, on your thoughts on players like Martinez and Holding as well, and anything else that you want to talk to me in the comments, let me know your thoughts below. Also, a massive congratulations congratulations to the champions of the Premier League, Liverpool. It hurts me, I'm jealous, I can't lie, but congratulations to you guys. Follow all my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and also subscribe to the Offside. Links are in the description. But with that being said, guys, let's end the video there and there. In today's video, lads, we have discussed 5 things that you missed in Arsenal's 2-0 victory over Southampton, lads. We are back again. It doesn't mean a lot, but it's fine, lads. A win is a win, and I am taking this very much. I'll see you next time in a bit.